Hi, I'm Jessie, a UX design lead at Google Play.
And I'm Steve, a product manager at Google Play. At Google Play, our mission is to help app and game creators like you reach your full potential by providing the tools, insights, and programs you need to succeed. The creativity and passion you've shown in building incredible experiences for Android users around the world never ceases to amaze us. So to help you continue to do what you do best, we're going to talk about 3 major ways that Google Play can support your app and game businesses. First, we'll discuss our privacy and security initiatives, which keep Google Play safe for both users and developers. Next, we'll talk about tools to help you increase your app quality with new ways to monitor, fix, and plan for technical performance. And finally, we'll explore ways to grow your business by helping you acquire new users, engage your existing ones, and drive revenue growth. We've got a lot to cover, so feel free to jump ahead to the topic that most interests you. Timestamps for all the sections are listed in the video description below. Let's get started. Keeping Google Play a safe, trusted space for billions of people is no easy task. It takes a global village, or really, an ecosystem of app and game developers, SDK developers, device manufacturers, and Google to keep users and their devices safe. Today, we want to talk about several of our key initiatives that bolster the privacy and security of the ecosystem, starting with helping you make more informed choices about SDKs. We know that one of the key challenges you face is ensuring your third-party SDKs are high quality and aligned with Play policies. While SDKs provide amazing functionality, you typically have little visibility or control over their code or insight into their performance. Over the last few years, we've been working on tools to help make SDKs better and safer to use on Google Play, with the goal of helping SDK providers, app developers, and ultimately, our collective end users. In 2020, we launched Google Play SDK Console, a new front end for SDK providers to register and manage their SDKs. SDK Console provides usage statistics, crash reporting, and the ability for SDK providers to communicate to app developers through Play Console and Android Studio. SDK providers can also receive important updates from Play about their SDKs. When registering their SDKs to SDK Console, SDK providers have to accept its terms of service and commit to avoiding SDK code that would cause apps using them to violate Play policy. More than 80 of the top companies providing commercial SDKs across key use categories are already registered with and use SDK Console. By establishing this direct line of communication, we're now able to give you guidance about SDK issues in Play Console based on the information reported to us. Now, when there's an issue, we can warn you before you publish a release with a problematic SDK version. Some of you may have already received messages from SDK developers about outdated SDK versions or SDK versions that may have critical issues, encouraging you to upgrade to the latest version. We expect that by improving communication among Google Play, SDK providers, and app developers, we can dramatically improve the quality and security of third-party code across the Play ecosystem. We've also recently launched Google Play SDK Index, a new public portal that lists widely used commercial SDKs and provides data and insights about each one. The index includes over 100 SDKs and information about which app permissions they use, statistics on the apps that use them, and if they are registered with SDK Console. SDK Index is now available at play.google.com/SDKs. You can use the SDK Index to inform you about the decisions about which SDK versions to use in your app. Look out for more features soon as we work more closely with SDK providers to make it easier for app developers to provide a safe, high-quality experience to their users. Over to you, Jessie.
Thanks, Steve. We're also protecting the work you put into your apps with Play's app integrity tools. Play App Signing is used to securely sign millions of apps on Google Play and ensures that app updates can be trusted. While Play App Signing has always used state-of-the-art storage to protect and manage keys, the specific details haven't been publicly disclosed. From now on, Play App Signing will use Google Cloud Key Management to protect signing keys. This means you can review public documentation, including the storage specifications and security practices that Google uses to protect your keys. We'll soon be using Cloud Key Management for all newly generated keys, followed by securely migrating eligible existing keys. Another new feature of Play App Signing rolling out to all developers soon is the ability for any app to perform an app signing key rotation. In the event of an incident, or just as a security best practice, you'll be able to trigger an annual key rotation from within Play Console. To maximize security, Google Play Protect will also verify your app updates using rotated keys for older Android releases that don't support rotation, going all the way back to Android Nougat. We also offer an API that you can use to protect your app, your IP, and your users from abuse and attacks. The new Play Integrity API is now generally available to all apps and games. You can use the API to detect fraudulent and risky interactions, such as traffic from modified or pirated app versions and rooted or compromised devices. When a user does something important in your app, like signing in or accessing a feature, your app can call the new API to check that the user is interacting with an unmodified version of your app, installed by Play and running on a genuine Android device. If anything looks wrong, then your app can respond accordingly. For example, you might ask them to verify that they're a genuine user, or you might restrict some app functionality to prevent abuse. The Play Integrity API is already being used by developers like Truecaller, Wooga, and Game Insight to protect their apps and games from abuse that can cause significant revenue loss and harm both the users and the developers' brands. In addition to protecting users, we also want them to feel safe when downloading apps and games from Google Play. The new Data Safety section gives you a way to showcase your approach to privacy and security so that users can make informed decisions about the apps they use. All developers need to submit a data safety form and privacy policy for their apps in Play Console. This is the information users will be able to see in your store listing on the Play Store. Thanks to the more than 1 million apps who have already filled out their data safety information. If you haven't yet, please complete the form by July 20th. If you have any questions, you'll find helpful instructions in the Help Center. For data safety information about the SDKs you use, you can now visit SDK Index, where some providers have provided links to any guidance they've made available. In addition to being more transparent with users about how their data is used, we also want to minimize the amount of data that is collected and shared. Developers who have completed an independent security review through the App Defense Alliance can showcase this on their safety form. Learn more about the program by visiting the link at the bottom of this slide. In other data privacy news, we recently announced that we're expanding the Privacy Sandbox on Android. This initiative aims to build new technologies that improve user privacy while still enabling effective advertising. One of the goals is to develop solutions that don't rely on device identifiers and limit user tracking across different apps. We're building this technology in close collaboration with the mobile industry, and we welcome your feedback on our design proposals. This is a multi-year journey, and you won't need to make any changes as a result of the program for at least 2 years. Visit our Privacy Sandbox page to learn more and join our email newsletter for the latest updates.
Now, let's focus on another key pillar of your success on Play: quality. Your app quality affects everything from your ability to engage and retain users to your discoverability and promotability on the store, and your ability to encourage users to promote your app or game to others. In short, investing in your app's quality can have a big effect on your overall success. For example, Lyft recently achieved a 5% increase in device sessions by reducing their app startup time, and Spocko increased downloads of their hit game, The Witcher, by 10% just by monitoring frame rate during their soft launch. Play offers a ton of tools you can use to improve your own app quality, including Android Vitals, your definitive source of technical quality metrics on Play. It's also one of our most established products, used by nearly 70% of the top 1,000 developers on Play. Many of you have asked us to make Vitals available outside Play Console so that you can integrate Vitals into your own quality workflows or datasets. Now you can. With the new Developer Reporting API, you can access Vitals metrics and issues data outside Play Console, including crash and ANR rates, counts, clusters and stack traces, and integrate them into your own tools. You've also asked us to make it easier to use Vitals alongside other crash reporting tools, such as Firebase Crashalytics. Starting today, you'll be able to link your Play app with your Crashalytics app to see Play track information in Crashalytics. If you use Crashalytics, go to the Crashalytics dashboard to link your app and give it a try. We're also realigning our issue naming in Vitals with Crashalytics so that those of you who use both can easily match information across the two. You will start to see this soon. Stay tuned for more announcements about our Vitals and Crashalytics integration. This is just the beginning. We've also improved Android Vitals in other ways. You can now view Vitals data at the country level, which is important for troubleshooting and prioritizing if your app or game is available in multiple locations, especially if you have different strategies or game experiences by market.
Beyond Vitals, which helps you monitor and fix issues, we're also making it easier to prioritize and plan for quality. Reach in Devices is a tool that enables you to build a business case for quality wherever you are in your lifecycle by providing insights on your user and issue distribution. It now includes revenue and revenue growth metrics for apps that monetize on Play. We also overhauled the device catalog to make it easier to understand and to navigate the Android device ecosystem when you need to work at device model level. The overview page now includes install data, so you can quickly see which devices are most important to your app. You can also filter by new device attributes like shared libraries, see device variants by RAM and Android version, and quickly identify the most common variant. And finally, we've made it easier for you to test your app on different form factors, giving you the ability to independently perform internal and open testing on each of your form factors, including Android Automotive and soon Wear OS. Keeping users up to date is another important aspect of quality. You want to ensure that users are getting your best experience with the fewest issues. Google Play Auto Update works hard to get as many users as possible on your latest release. But some users have Auto Update turned off, and there are times where you might want or need users to get a new version more quickly than usual. To help with this, we've made some improvements to the Play in-app updates API. This API lets your app check if there's an update available, prompt the user, and then complete the update, all without the user leaving the app. The API will now let your app know if there's an update within 15 minutes instead of up to 24 hours. The updated UI will also display your What's New text within the app so that users can know what features they're getting. To learn more about all these launches, check out our dedicated session on app quality.
Finally, let's talk about how Google Play can help you grow your business with new ways to acquire new users, engage your existing ones, and drive revenue growth. Your store listing is often the first thing a prospective user sees about your app, which is why making a good impression is so important. One way to drive conversions is to show the right message for each person. To do this, you can use custom store listings, an already popular feature that we're supercharging. Available from today, you can now create custom listings with unique deep links. This means you can show different listings to users depending on where they come from, such as showing different screenshots based on the channel from which they arrived. For example, imagine you have a recipe finder app for users in the United States. You could run targeted search ad campaigns for users celebrating Halloween, Diwali, or other fall celebrations, each of which would deep link to a custom store listing highlighting seasonal recipes related to the ad that the user saw. Play Console also provides analytics for each of your custom listings, so you can see just how effective each variation is and optimize them over time. And now, all developers can create up to 50 custom store listings, enabling you to create more tailored narratives for your users than ever before. And while we're talking about listings, we've also made some major improvements to store listing experiments. One of our most popular features, developers love being able to experiment and figure out what works best to drive acquisitions. The updated store listing experiments gives you results more quickly for most experiments and gives you more transparency and control to help you anticipate how long each experiment is likely to need. It makes recommendations about your experimental setup, gives you control over confidence intervals, and uses new algorithms that enable continuous monitoring. Altogether, these changes mean that you can run more experiments with more confidence. And it's by experimenting that you find the messages, graphics, and icons that really succeed in converting users on Play. You can check out the updated store listing experiment in Play Console today.
Once you've acquired your users, Google Play gives you lots of tools to directly connect and engage them so you can keep them coming back for more. Deep links are an important tool when trying to improve engagement of your app or game. Many apps, however, still have partial, broken, or even no deep links configured. Answering basic questions such as, is this URL deep linked, or why is this deep link not working, is hard and requires a lot of manual work. That's why we're making it much easier for you to keep your deep link setup complete and up to date. Soon, we're launching a new Play Console page dedicated to deep links. This page will collect all the information and tools related to your app's deep links in one convenient place, giving you a quick but comprehensive snapshot of your current setup to identify and troubleshoot issues at a glance. Another helpful tool is LiveOps, a feature that allows you to submit content to be considered for featuring on the Play Store. Several of the developers in our Early Access program have been using LiveOps to drive user engagement by showing events and major updates to targeted user groups and countries. So far, it's been a success. For those developers, LiveOps drives 5% more 28-day actives and 4% higher revenue than those who didn't use the feature. And now, we're excited to share more improvements to this feature and welcome even more developers into our beta. Earlier this year, we launched a new LiveOps type called Offers. This allows developers to entice users with everything from discounts to value-added deals like free items or shipping. And now, we've launched deep linking for LiveOps, which allows developers to drop users directly into the most relevant part of their app or game. So whether you're a game dev with an exciting new level or battle pass, or an app with an exclusive discount, this seamless experience will help delight users and increase conversions. Best of all, developers now have visibility into their LiveOps metrics with the new LiveOps reporting dashboard in Play Console. These reports give a granular view of the performance metrics of each event, quantifying the unique users who viewed and converted from your LiveOps over time and by outcome, whether that's acquisitions, opens, or updates. We believe that the quality of LiveOps content helps drive the success of your apps and games, from the taglines to the descriptions and images you provide. So in the coming months, we plan to provide even more insight into where LiveOps can deliver more impact. Our LiveOps program continues to grow, and we're excited to offer it to more of you. If you'd like to join our beta program, you can express interest at the link shown here.
Play Commerce can help convert your engaged users to buyers with tools and features that go beyond just payment processing. In fact, this year, we've added tons of new features to help you develop a flexible monetization strategy that suits your business. These updates can help you increase your reach, offer the flexibility you need to increase conversions and revenue, and help you retain converted buyers. Let's start with how Play Commerce can help you reach buyers around the world. Since last year, we've made some big changes to help you do business not only with users with credit cards, but also those with regional payment method preferences, such as cash and prepaid. Today, Play provides buyer support in over 170 countries. We've expanded our payment method library to include over 300 local payment methods in 70 countries, and added e-wallet payment methods, such as Merpay in Japan, KCP in Korea, and Mercado Pago in Mexico. To help you make the most of that reach, we've expanded pricing options with ultra-low price points to help you increase conversions and grow your revenue. Last year, we lowered the minimum prices you can set in 20 emerging markets, with a few markets as low as the equivalent of 10 US cents. This year, we've expanded this capability globally. To take this one step further, now you can price your products as low as the equivalent of 5 US cents in any market. This will allow you to adjust your prices to better reflect local purchasing power, run locally relevant sales and promotions, and support microtransactions, such as tipping. You've also asked us for more flexibility and less complexity in how you sell subscriptions. As your subscription business grows, we know you need to reach more new users and improve conversions and reduce churn of existing subscribers. One of the key ways to do this is with special offers. You want to provide a discounted price for a limited time, upgrade to a new service tier, or even customize your strategy by region. What you definitely don't want to do is create hundreds of SKUs or update your app every time you create one of those SKUs. This is why we've reimagined the way you sell subscriptions on Play. You can now configure multiple offers per subscription, significantly reducing the cost and complexity by removing the need to create additional SKUs for every offer. Let's take a closer look at how subscription offers work. The first aspect of subscription offers is eligibility, giving you the flexibility to create offers across the subscription lifecycle. You can use acquisition offers, which allow new customers to try your subscription for free or at a discounted price. You can also create upgrade and cross-grade offers to help move users to higher tiers of service or longer billing periods. And if you want the ultimate flexibility, you can create custom offers for which you decide the business logic, such as second chance free trials or win-back offers for lapsed subscribers. The second aspect of subscription offers is pricing, giving you the flexibility to create offers using multiple pricing models. For example, you can specify the countries and territories where an offer may be purchased and the price for each region. For the first time ever, subscriptions allow you to update your subscription pricing for new subscribers without necessarily affecting existing subscribers. Additionally, you can now price prepaid plans with top-ups alongside your auto-renewing subscription plans. Prepaid plans allow you to offer users access for a fixed amount of time. Users can easily extend their access at any time before or after plan expiration. Users can purchase these top-ups in your app or right on the Play Store subscription screen. Prepaid plans allow you to reach users in regions where pay-as-you-go is standard, such as many Southeast Asian regions. And now, with the additional flexibility subscriptions on Play provides, you can incentivize your prepaid subscribers to move to an auto-renewing plan with ease. Just create an upgrade offer, such as a discounted price for subscribers to make the switch. Over to you, Jesse.
Here's an example of how selling your subscriptions on Play will work. Let's say you offer a meditation app that sells a base tier subscription with monthly, annual, and 1-month prepaid plan options. You've realized a segment of your monthly auto-renewing subscribers may be open to becoming annual subscribers with the right incentive. With an upgrade and cross-grade offer, you could move the subscriber to a longer billing period, or with an even more enticing offer, you could even convince them to opt in to your higher tier of service. The same flexibility is available if you think a certain segment of your monthly users may unsubscribe. Again, with the right incentive, such as a temporary price discount, they may be open to continuing their monthly subscription. We can't wait for you to discover all the ways you can use subscription offers to reach more new users, improve conversion, and retain subscribers. Last but not least, we've introduced a new feature to help you retain your converted buyers. In-app messaging is a new way to prevent you from losing subscribers due to a declined payment. Simply use the in-app messaging API to check with Play when a user opens the app. If the user's payment has been declined, a message will remind them to update their payment information. In our early testing, users who saw these messages recovered twice as frequently as users who did not, and we also saw growth in overall subscriber spend. In-app messaging, along with other new features like subscription offers and prepaid plans, are all available with the latest version of Play Billing Library 5.0. As a reminder, we will continue to support each major release of Billing Library for 2 years. This means support for version 3.0 will end in November 2022, and you'll need to upgrade before you can publish new versions of your app. To learn more about these and other tools to help grow your business, check out our other session, Power Your Success with New Acquisition, Engagement and Monetization Tools. We hope you've discovered at least one new way to help you grow your business, from our trust-building privacy and security initiatives to our tools to boost your app quality, acquire users, engage your existing ones, and drive revenue growth. Thank you for joining us and for continuing to be part of the thriving Google Play ecosystem. We can't wait to see what you build next.